In essence, Koenig was the series' unsung MVP by WPA math. Modern fans might compare him to a role player who got hot in October. Think Steve Pearce in 2018 or David Freese in 2011. Those guys hit homers. Koenig did it with singles and doubles, but each knock was a little dagger to Pittsburgh's hopes. Earl Combs, table setter supreme. Combs, the leadoff man, hit a solid .313 and posted a .389 on-base percentage, scoring 6 runs in 4 games. Scoring 6 of your team's 23 runs is significant. Combs was constantly on base for the big boppers behind him. He only had singles, but in modern terms, we'd say Combs' on-base percentage-driven contribution was key to the Yankees' offensive efficiency. Every time he reached it, set up a run-scoring opportunity. His 6 runs scored led all players in the series. That's like a modern hitter doing his job to perfection, getting on and coming home repeatedly. And fun fact, Combs also swiped a base during the series. The Yankees, known for power, even stole a couple of bases. Ruth had 1 too, while the Pirates had 0 steals. Talk about having every tool in the toolkit. Now contrast that with the Pittsburgh Pirates offense through a sabermetric lens. The Pirates hit just .223 as a team in the series with an anemic .252 on base percentage and a .285 slugging. That's a .536 OPS, which in modern terms is pitcher level hitting. To put it in perspective, a .536 OPS would rank dead last in today's MLB by a mile. No wonder they only scored 10 runs in 4 games. Not a single Pirate hitter managed a home run, and the team totaled only 6 doubles and 1 triple in the entire series. So while the Yankees were smacking extra base hits, the Pirates were largely held to singles. In sabermetrics, we emphasize slugging and isolated power. The Pirates had none of it in this matchup. Lloyd Little Poison Wainer, the Pirates' rookie center fielder, was the bright spot. He hit .400 and slugged .600, thanks to a double and a triple. He also led Pittsburgh with 5 runs scored. Remarkably, Lloyd scored half of the team's total runs, 5 of 10. He was doing his job as a leadoff man, but the rest of the lineup couldn't capitalize. His older brother, Paul Wainer, the NL MVP that year, hit a quiet .333 with no walks and just 1 double. Paul's OPS was .733. Decent, but nowhere near his usual standard, and he only drove in 3 runs. We could say the Yankees contained big poison. No big extra base hits, no game-changing moments. Other Pittsburgh stars really struggled. Pie Traynor hit only .200 with a .467 OPS. Glenn Wright, their shortstop, who had 105 RBIs in the season, hit .154. The Pirates as a whole drew only 4 walks in 4 games. That lack of plate discipline combined with no power is a recipe for low WOBA. Their team WOBA was roughly .240 for the series, extremely low. By contrast, the Yankees drew 13 walks, extending innings and creating more scoring chances, reflecting a much higher team WOBA, estimated around 350 plus. Modern Analytics 101, getting on base wins games, and the Yankees absolutely schooled the Pirates here. 347 team OBB, team on-base percentage versus 252. One could say the Pirates were built a bit like a contact hitting team of the 1980s. High batting averages in the regular season, but not a ton of patience or pop. And the pressure of the World Series against top-notch pitching, that approach can fall flat. And it did. No Pirate hitter managed an OPS over 900 in the series, while the Yankees had multiple guys well above that. The Pirates' offensive woes would have modern coaches checking the launch angle and exit velocity readings wondering, where is the hard contact? The truth is the Yankees simply pitched them tough, and perhaps the moment was too big. Their team OPS of .536 is roughly equivalent to a team WRC plus in the 40 to 50 range, way below average. In other words, the Pirates lineup performed at a level you might expect from a AA call-up. Ouch. To summarize the offensive battle in modern terms, the Yankees lineup was an OBP and slugging juggernaut, while the Pirates lineup was one-dimensional and overmatched. The Yankees' weighted runs created would dwarf the Pirates. Even on the bases and in situational hitting, New York was sharper. They even pulled off a daring double steal attempt in Game 1 that rattled the Pirates and led to a throwing error and a run. You give the 1927 Yankees extra bases, they'll take full advantage. They were efficient, 23 runs on 38 hits, aided by a few errors and walks. Shows they squeezed value out of every opportunity. Meanwhile, the Pirates left a lot of ducks on the pond and could never get the big hit. Their few rallies often died on a weak grounder or a great defensive play by the Yankees. If Pythagorean expectation or run expectancy charts were a thing then, the Yankees would have been trending above the mean and the Pirates below. Sabermetric takeaway and a short series plate discipline and power usually prevail. And 1927 was a prime example. The Yankees basically played Moneyball 75 years before Moneyball. They outwalked and out-homered Pittsburgh thoroughly. Let's switch to the mound and the managerial chess match. In 1927, pitchers were used very differently than today. Complete games were common and bullpens weren't managed with matchups in mind the way they are now. But interestingly, the 1927 World Series saw a bit of progressive managing from Yankees skipper Miller Huggins, akin to some modern strategy. We'll get into that. First, the raw numbers. Yankees pitchers held the Pirates to 10 runs in 4 games, a 250 runs per game average, while the Pirates pitchers yielded 23 runs, a 5.75 game average. There were some unearned runs floating around due to errors, but in general, the Yankees staff's performance would equate to a team ERA in the low 2s, whereas Pittsburgh was up around 5+. Let's break down the key arms and move with a sabermetric spin. Wade Hoyt, the ace. Hoyt was the Yankees' ace. 22-7 at 2.63 ERA in the regular season. He started Game 1. He wasn't dominant in that outing. He went 7.1 innings, gave up 4 runs on 8 hits. In modern terms, a 7.1 innings pitch 4 ERA line is a quality start, borderline at best. FIB might have been a bit high since only 2 Ks. Hoyt actually developed a blister during the game, which is why he didn't finish. Here's where Huggins channeled his inner Joe Maddon. He brought in Will C. Moore from the bullpen to close out the game, something not every 1927 manager would do with a starter on the mound. Hoyt's series ERA ended up around 4.91 for that game, but thanks to the offense, he got a win. His game score in modern calc was modest, maybe in the 50s, but Huggins didn't ride him too long. A very modern managerial decision. Herb Pennock, the crafty lefty. Pennock started Game 3 and delivered the best pitching performance of the series, a complete game win, allowing just 1 run as the Yankees won 8-1. If we had the StatCast data, Pennock's location and soft contact must have been superb. The Pirates couldn't square him up. A 1-run complete game in the World Series is gold in any era. Pennock's series ERA was 1, and with no home runs allowed and no walks, his FIP was excellent. We can imagine an analyst in 2025 saying Pennock kept his FIB down by keeping the ball in the yard and pounding the zone. Will C. Moore, the fireman, our closer. Will C. Moore was a rookie in 1927 who had an incredible year, 19-7, league-leading 2.28 ERA, primarily as a reliever. He actually led the